Who's that? Marilyn? Hey, welcome. Hey, Stephanie. Just waiting a second or two. Hey, Emma. Welcome, welcome. Jesus freak. Jesus freak? I don't, your name doesn't sound familiar. I'm taking it you're a guy. Jesus freak, are you a guy? I can't tell. Oh, okay. It always tickles me that guys come to this channel. What do y'all come to this channel for? It's not because of my good looks. I know that. Hey, Goddess Coco. Hey, tell her I love her. Give her a big squeeze and a kiss for me. And tell her to send me a prayer. I put in a prayer request. You gotta have people praying over you. The more of you, the better. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Wonderful. Have y'all all subscribed to the Ugly Girls Club site? Have y'all done that yet? Because if you haven't, you should. You should. Don't wait on that. Get the free ebook if you haven't already for subscribing. You just plug in your name and your email address and you get the book too. Oh boy. Peace, peace, peace. Why do you guys come to this channel? I'm curious. I like to know why the men come. Hey, RT. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, she left. Oh, okay. Oh my God, he's going to college. Ooh. Oh Lord, you made me feel a little bit old there. Just a little bit old. It's been that long, girl. Goddess Coco and I, how long we known each other? About 20 something years? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Time waits for nobody. It waits for nobody. So the topic of this video, for those who don't know who I am, my name is Selkis Ray. I am the liberator of the breath. I'm the liberator of the underdog, the women who are socially challenged, who are the forgotten and the abused and the tossed aside of this world. I represent all of you. I'm here to offer you emotional freedom from the emotional shackles that society wants to bind you with. I have created the Ugly Girls Club for that purpose, so that you understand what manipulation is, how and why people use you, and how to use them back, how not to take everything so personally, how to understand how to see things more objectively. This is what I teach women as a life coach, as an artist, as an author, as a poet, as a relationship expert. I'm a little bit gutted. Many hats. Many hats. So today's topic was briefly to tell you that, when you lay down, you got to lay down with the man for a purpose. And it's really got to be something more than just pleasure for you, ugly girl. You everything you do. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it probably on every live until it becomes second nature to you. that every decision you make must be calculated. It must be quantified. It must be a reason for you to do it, and a good reason at that. Having intercourse just for pleasure is not a good reason to have it. In and of itself, that's not a good reason to have it. What are you hoping to accomplish when you lay down with a man? When you get up and you wash off, wipe off, sanitize, whatever, what are you hoping to accomplish? What do you want to happen? What's the next step? You have to think about these things. A lot of us don't want to think deeply about anything because then, I don't know, we're scared we're going to miss an opportunity. We're scared we're going to talk ourselves out of it. And what would be so wrong if you talked yourself out of doing something that probably would have harmed you? Nothing's wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with that. But you know what people are going to say? Why are you overthinking things? Take the moment. You should be glad anybody's paying attention to you. So you're in a position to demand anything. So you need to just go ahead and take this moment and don't think too much into it. This is what people will tell you. This is what men will tell you. This is what men will tell you. And you have to know that anyone that tells you not to be concerned about yourself, because that's what they're saying. If you're thinking things through, someone tells you that you're overthinking it, they're telling you not to be so concerned about the decision that you're going to make. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. You're not really losing anything because they have nothing to offer you other than what's between their legs. So it's no loss. And what they're offering you, that thing between their legs that they're offering you, is as good as gold because, hey, your choices are limited. This is how they're going to figure you out. This is how they're going to quantify whether or not to push up on you, press the issue, and all that kind of stuff. And you have to understand it for what it is. Now, you can go ahead and entertain it. If you want, you're a big girl. You can go ahead and entertain the offer. But understand that when anybody's trying to make you second guess yourself, they are trying to make you less concerned about yourself. And you need to be very concerned about yourself. A lot of times when people, men I'm talking about, try to make you do something you don't want to do, it's not even a good experience. It's not worth the loss that you accrue because of it. Am I right or wrong? He's convinced you, go ahead and do it, and afterwards, what's the percentage of disappointment that happens after you give in? It's quite high. It's very high. So you have to ask yourself, well, based on my track record here of giving in, should I make a move on this or not? The answer is, what are you hoping to gain? What are your goals? You and I, women like you and myself, have to be strategic about every move we make as if our lives depended on it. Because a wrong move for us can throw us off track for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Easily. Why? Because our pickings are slimmer. We have less to choose from, so we have to be more scrutinizing about what's coming in our face. For the very reason that the pickings are small, we have to fine-tooth comb it. Because the false move or wrong move can throw you off track for the rest of your life. Your bounce back, your snapback, our snapback is not as good as that of other women. It's just not. It's just not. So you got to take your time. And when people try to rush you, you move even slower. You got to move even slower. You got to talk slow. You got to walk slow. You got to eat slow. Everything's at a slow pace. Why do I say this? Because a person who's in control is in no rush. A person who exudes control and status doesn't move like they're rushed. It's always people who aren't sure, that walk fast, talk fast. Everything's done fast because they're unsure of themselves. But a person of high stature and status, you can name any movie, and the lead role is someone who has money or some sort of status, presidential, whatever it is. They're not talking fast. They're not doing nothing fast. Everything is at their own pace. This is what we must do, especially for intercourse. Something that as life-threatening as that. Intercourse is life-threatening. Intercourse is life-threatening. I don't care what nobody says. You got to look at it as a threat to your life. It could potentially ruin your entire life. Literally. So if it could potentially ruin your entire life, then you have to ask yourself, is this person worth taking a chance on my entire life? We have to do it because some of y'all are hoes. I work with you. Some of you are what I lovingly call cum dumpsters. You are. And, you're gurgling like Listerine, sperm cells on your tonsils and all on your gum line, all that kind of stuff. Every week it's a different person. Every 3 months it's a different guy. And you don't know why you can't get respect. You don't know why you can't get love. But you got all this dead sperm cells accumulating underneath your tongue, and you don't know why. You have no discernment. You have no discernment. You have no sense of self. You have no self-awareness. You're scared. You're afraid. You're afraid to be rejected, and that's exactly what happens anyway. You have sex because you're scared of being rejected. Not because you really want to, not because you're ready, not because that person deserves it. You have sex because you are scared of being rejected. You're scared of this person seeing you as less than or devaluing you if you don't open up your body to him. And the gag is, he devalues you even more when you do. Even more so, faster, when you do. Giving in is not a cure. Giving in is not what people don't respect people that give in. Men don't respect women that just give in and do whatever they say. We want what we can't have. How many times do I tell you that? We want things, we desire things, we crave the things that we cannot have, that's not within our grasp, that we have to work towards, that we have to fight for. This is human nature. So your compliance is not winning friends. You're not winning friends with your compliance. You're definitely not winning respect with your compliance. And you're putting your whole entire life at risk playing this whore that you're really not. Turn yourself into a whore, and not a good one, because it's like you're not even getting any money for it. A lot of you are whores and not even getting any money out the deal. How, Sway? I can understand if you're doing it and there's an exchange happening, but you're just doing it because you're a fool. And nothing to show for it but a sour vagina. That's all you got to show for it, is a sour vagina and a need for maybe some penicillin or something. That's all you got to show for it? We have to do better. We have to do better. Sour sop, all of that. All of that. We gotta do better. Intercourse is intercourse is a beautiful thing when done with a person who appreciates you. Anything else outside of that, you're just a human blow up doll. You are a trash receptacle. You are something that he's relieving himself. Like he goes to the toilet and pees and doo-doos in it. You're like a toilet bowl for any man who doesn't care about you, that you're screwing. You're just like a toilet bowl. Your mouth is a toilet bowl. Your vagina is a toilet bowl. Some of y'all, your anus is a toilet bowl. Every hole you got is a toilet bowl. For these fools who just want to jack off, want something to do. That's what your body is a something to do. A something to do. We have to do better. Would you say petri dish? The semen doesn't go anywhere. It just collects more male samples. Yeah. There's that. There's that. But we say to ourselves, well, what am I holding out for? I got one life. I got one life to live. It's short. No real offers coming my way. I might as well just enjoy myself, enjoy the moment. That's what some of us justify it with. The prospects are slim to none, and if this person is just going to offer me a good time, I'll take it. And then what? How much of it is really a good time though? How many of y'all are having orgasms from these one night stands? Like serious talk. How many of these dudes care about you enough to make sure you get your nut before he gets up and wipes his ding-a-ling with a washcloth? How many? It's like you're doing him a favor. You're using your body to do him a favor. You're just using your body to do him a favor. Forget about you. Come on now. We can't disconnect ourselves. Your heart, your mind, your vajayjay, everything should be in sync with each other. These chicks, they cut their heads off. Like their heads are detached from the rest of their bodies. They can screw Tom, Dick, and Harry literally. Are nobody to marvel at. Some of y'all are impressed by women who seem like they don't have any emotions. It seems like, they're winning out here in this world. Do not be impressed with them. Do not be impressed with them. A lot of these women are itching. They have lifelong fleas going on. Lifelong fleas, bugs that they cannot get rid of due to all of this. I don't care who I'm with, what you got, or anything like that. Like you have women that as long as they look good, they don't really care about their health or anything else. You have a lot of women that are like that. It's just pure vanity. As long as she's cute, man, just give me the ointment. I'll work the rest out later. Is that how you want to live, though? Is that how you want to live? Yes, lifelong fleas. I talk to these women. I know what I'm talking about. And a lot of these overzealous men are licking and lapping up like a lap dog, all raw. All raw in these women's splits. And a lot of these women got fleas. And they're so motivated. They're such cunt hounds, and they don't care about their health, that they lick up these women with their tongues, not knowing if she's clean or what's going on. And a lot of these women, I talk to them, baking bread down there, yeast infections, all kind of stuff. And the dude like, I just want to eat. Or you have women who like to play, I'm holding out, I'm celibate, but she has somebody to come and tighten her up with his mouth twice a month, or maybe three times a month. They don't have entered the course, but she'll allow him to put his raw mouth on her raw vagina. So and another girlfriend, and all under the guise of I'm maintaining my virtue. There's a lot of sick ass women out here that are redefining what virtue is. Oh, if I get my box ate out, you know, that ain't nothing. Or if he jabs me in my ass, you know, we didn't really have sex because he did it in my butt. What? What? And they're doing it raw. They're doing it raw out here. Are you kidding me? So much nastiness out here. There's so much nastiness out here. Listen, any dude that's real anxious about putting his face in between your split, who barely knows you, is not someone whose tongue you want anywhere near your hind parts. You don't want his mouth there. You don't want his nasty mouth there. But this is what we do. Oh, I'm saved and sanctified because I don't actually get penetrated. We so full of shit. We so full of shit. We are so full of caca and poo-poo. All of that. A lot of nastiness going on. Who said I'm shaming? I'm shaming somebody? What's the point of this video chat except shaming? I'm just trying to follow. If you think it's shaming, then log off. Log off. If you're asking what the point is, then there is none for you. So log off. A lot of women need to be shamed. Yes, they do. Yes, they absolutely do. But you know, they'll say when you call each other out and stuff, it's like we're trying to put a monkey wrench in the so-called agency of a woman. I have agency over my body and I can do what I want to do, and you know, I don't appreciate anybody saying that what I'm doing is wrong and whatever and whatever and whatever, right? And it's okay. Everyone has a choice in what they do, what they don't do, what's right or wrong for them. You really do have to decide for yourself. But here on this channel, ugly girls cannot afford to be sluts too. We got to be real conservative with what's going on between our legs. Why do I say this, ladies? Because nobody cares about hurting us. When you don't look a certain way, people already in their minds, they have worked out how much respect, if at all, they have for you. So the I can't do that to her, or the that's not right, or the let me protect her instinct that a man may have for a beautiful woman, he doesn't fucking have that for you. You have to establish that for yourself. And your boundaries are what's going to protect you. Your boundaries and how you maneuver with people is what's going to direct them to kick in, for their instincts to kick in, to treat you a certain way. But they're not coming with that fully made because of all of this. You got to work past this. Unfortunately, that's what some of us have to do. We got to work past all of that. We just do. So you can't afford to be willy-nilly about what's going on with you. Because who's going to be scared to give you an STD if they feel that you're unattractive to begin with? Who's going to be scared to pass that on to you? Who's going to be scared to fuck you and leave you if they already feel that you have no value? Who? Houseway, where? 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 So you have to be your own guardian angel. You have to be your own mama. You have to be that for yourself. And unfortunately, that means a lot of discipline. That means we will have to miss out. We will have to say, nope, nope. Even though it looks good, it smells good, look like it tastes good, we got to say, nope. Because XYZ, the rest of the stuff is not lined up with it. The rest of the stuff is not lined up with it. So I'm not going to take a chance on that. I'm not going to take a chance on that. And that's just what it is. Self-respect, self-discipline, and self-love is important. It's absolutely important. It's absolutely important. I was just watching a video on this other channel of, the singer Omarion. Is it Omarion? Omarion. His ex-wife. I don't know if they were married. Some chick named April. I think they had 2 kids together. And she did a video talking about all the men that wanted to sleep with her, or all the men she did sleep with, and how she was a slut, and how she can get any man in the industry, and how, women are jealous because she got the game in her inbox wanting to fuck her, Shaq in her inbox wanting to fuck her. She named a couple of celebrities, saying that they all wanted her fat cats. Now, when you look at this girl, she's beautiful. You wouldn't think she was gutter. No, you wouldn't think that, because you dress her up real nice, designer clothes. She got soft hair, and she's cute. This is the man. This is the woman that Omarion had not 1 but 2 babies with. Do you think this display of her character was right now? No, it wasn't right now. But the value is judged face value. The respect for someone is a face value thing. And then when you get deep in the thick of it, you're already in the abyss. It's too late. 2 babies later, you wind up realizing you got a thought after 2 babies later, when that was always there to begin with. But because they're beautiful, they get away with a lot of stuff. They get away with a lot of stuff. Face value. This is why I say don't do that. Don't be like that with people. Men make this mistake over and over again because they want these drop-dead gorgeous women. They want these exotic, can't tell what race they are, women and all that stuff, which is fine. That's all well and good. But for us, we don't need to be jealous of these women. We don't need to be envious of these women. We don't need to feel like, they somehow have more value than us because of the men that they pull. A lot of these women are their thoughts, but because they're beautiful, it's assumed that they have value. It's assumed that they have value. This is why I say don't be jealous. Don't be jealous of face value. Don't look at anybody and quantify, especially men. He cute, so I'm gonna take a chance. No, ma'am. Ma'am, we don't do that. We don't do that. That's a setup for failure. Each and every time, that's a setup for failure. A lot of these chicks that supposedly are refined, they're refined and classy. They're classy. They're hoes. Professional fucking hoes. Hoes for hire. A lot of these Hollywood chicks and all these industry chicks that y'all admire, these are professional hoes. Yes. That's what they are. Don't be jealous. Black Pearl, you said cute men are the worst? Well, more times than not, they're hard to handle. Anybody who has choice is hard to handle. They're non-compliant. People who have a lot of choice, both male and female, it's very hard to get them to comply because society has told them that they can get away with murder. They can do no wrong because they look good. We reward people like this. These people get out of prison sentences. They literally get away with murder when you look a certain way. Like literally. Like literally. This is why I'm trying to train y'all not to see things the way that everyone else sees it. She says she has 20 rappers in her box. Yeah, buddy. I was like, wait a minute. And she was just like, it is what it is. Some people say she was inebriated, that she might have been on some sort of drugs or something like that. Because the way she talked, people were really surprised that she went in. She talked like she was not ashamed to say that she was a hoe, and just about anybody she named could get it for the right price and the right mood. They could get it. Such is life. Such is life. So that being said, you have to be okay with the discipline. I know that's such a boring word. It's such an ugly word, a boring word, like discipline, like yawn. You got to though. You got to. You got to lead with something else. You got to lead with something else. But when we realize that being a ugly girl woman is who we are, we have choice as well. We absolutely do. It's not condemnation. You know what that means? That means that you set your rules. I keep trying to tell you, you are walking into freedom when you accept that. Because anything outside of that is confinement. Anything outside of that is you trying to conform to what society says you need to be. And a lot of us just are not biologically designed for it. So then what are we doing? We're wasting time. We're wasting money. We're developing fake ass relationships with men and women. That's what happens there. That's what happens there. When you embrace and say, you know what? Look, all of this is what it is. If I'm a strong 5 or a 4, is what it is. But I'm not gonna allow nobody to treat me like shit. I'm not gonna allow this. That doesn't give you carte blanche to treat me any kind of way, like some dirt underneath your shoe. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. And when you claim that position, people are gonna be frustrated by that. Because they're gonna say, well, why are you giving me a hard time? Somebody like you. Somebody like you that should be begging me for what I got. You have stipulations. You have criterias. That's what they're going to say. And what you respond to that is, listen, I'm just here to mind my own business. I'm here to see to it that my life is a happy, healthy, and safe one. And if you want to contribute to it, if you want to add happy, healthy, and safe, prosperity, and all that stuff to it, then we can dance. But if you want to do anything outside of that, oh man, there's a couple of girls down the street I can introduce you to. That's how you do that there. You don't sweat it. People are going to say, who do you think you are? Don't sweat it. Say, you know what? I don't even think I don't even think we need to explain that. I don't even think it would be worthwhile for me to stand here and waste your time explaining that. Because that kind of question means there's nothing really that I can say that's going to make you feel any different. So we're not going to have this kind of discussion anymore. I'll direct you to somebody else who you might be able to make some headway with. I'll play matchmaker, But if someone questions who you think you are, who do you think you are, they don't see your worth. You don't fight with those people. You don't fight with them. You just don't. You go, oh, well, if you're asking that, I guess I don't have any. And you smile and you chuckle, you give them a pat on the back, and you say, have a nice day. Have a nice day. You finally caught my live stream. Yes, I'm live. I found that I had to be alone to find Eric again. You had to be alone to find Eric? Who's Eric? Oh my God, I just went on to watch Omarion's baby mama. I'm embarrassed for her. Don't be embarrassed for her. Child, please. I was like, this is a comedy skit or something. I was not embarrassed at all. No, ma'am. Don't be embarrassed at that. That's just a show and tell. She's an example of what I'm telling you. She's just an example of everything that I say. Don't judge a book by its cover. That's all that is. I'm sure she's a sweet girl when she's not inebriated, when she's not drug on pills or whatever it is these celebrities do. I'm sure she's, maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Because to me, that rant was reflective of her character. To reveal that, you are for hire. And you can get all these men, and all these men want you because of your fat cat. I was like, well, is this a sales video we're looking at? I didn't know if it was a sales video or a rant. I wasn't sure what it was. But it's just an example of what I say here, and you're like, oh, I wish I was her. Yeah, when you feel that gnawing inside of your gut, when you see a real gorgeous woman, you go, oh, I wish I looked like that. You got to say to yourself, listen, I don't know what's going on with her, but that's her business, including her looks. That's her business. That's her business. That's what you say. That's the switch that you turn on when you feel that jealousy, that little rage, that demonic piece of envy that likes to rev up when you're in the presence of other women who you feel may be better than you in some way. You tell yourself that's none of my business. Because being jealous, you're making it your business. And what someone else has, what another woman has nothing to do with you. Don't make it your business. Jealousy means you're taking it on. Jealousy means you're making it personal. You're making what she has about you. What she looks like is now about you. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You tell yourself, wait a minute now. That's her. That's her bag. It ain't mine. I ain't got nothing to do with it. When you start feeling jealous, you say, I have nothing to do with her. I have nothing to do with it. On to the next. And you got to train yourself for that. Because our whole society is wired for you to be jealous of other women. Because in your jealousy, you buy another pocketbook, another pair of heels, another dress that don't fit right, and all kind of foolery that we do. Give Selkis an Oscar because he got everything right now. You don't want to really see me go there. I am a little actress myself. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. This is what we do. Right? This is what we do. So I'm the medicine woman for a reason. It's got to be bitter, but it's going to heal your gut. It's going to restore your gut flora. You're going to be able to poop right after you get and absorb this information. You're going to have good bowel movements. If you absorb this information, you're going to restore your gut flora and have productive bowel movements. You're not going to be stopped up anymore. No more stopping up. Smooth move. That's what we're going for. Smooth move. You're not even going to grunt when you get on the toilet. It's going to slide out and you're going to go, oh, I just shit it. I didn't even realize. You're not even going to have to grunt. It's going to roll off your back like rain. Gonna roll off. I'm afraid of you, sun kiss. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. This is a coalition here. I need other ambassadors in other cities. This is where this movement will be going. I need y'all to absorb this thing so you can teach other women, especially these younger girls who are coming up afraid of their own shadow, afraid of what people think, stopping their own magic because they can't measure up. The nose is too big. This or that is too small or whatever it is. We gotta save the babies out here. We gotta save the young women out here. And the devil does not take vacations. The devil don't take vacations. So this is on and on and on and on and on. You gotta leave a legacy behind. You gotta be, if no one tells these women the truth, you gotta tell them the truth. You can't be afraid to draw a line in the sand. What is right and wrong? I said on another live that we are at a point in society where you really gotta know what is right and wrong. It can't be, well, if they ain't hurting me, then I'm all right with it. As long as they don't do that to me, or as long as they don't do that to mine, then I'm all right with it. Because that's not how this thing works. The influence of society will influence it. That influence will come straight to your door, like lamb's blood. Like they mark each door when the spirit of Jesus or whatever. What's that story in the Bible where they mark the doors and stuff so that who was it? The devil wouldn't get in or something like that. I can't even remember the story now. But it'll come straight to your door. Passive approval is what that is. Your approval of something passively. If you're saying I don't care as long as it ain't me, you're still approving of it. Still, you have to draw a line in the sand. People are going to come with all kind of doctrines, all kind of philosophies on why you should destroy yourself. On why you should destroy yourself. What are you holding out for? You're nothing. What's the point of you having stipulations, when you're a beggar? When you're at the bottom, you want people to do what? When you just should be happy for the little crumbs that you get. And if this is what everyone's thinking, then it is your job. It is your job, my dear, to stand out and separate yourself from the crowd, to make yourself seen, to make yourself heard, to not want to blend in anymore. You gotta let go of all of that. You gotta let go of all of that stuff, all this trying to blend in stuff, because it's stifling you. And they don't accept you anyway. I don't care how polished you look and all that, they still don't accept you anyway. So you might as well dance to the beat of your own drum, so that you can be seen and you can create a lane for yourself. Oh, it was Passover. The blood was put on the posts of the homes that were covered by God, and the spirit of death would pass over them. Yes, Lord, I butchered that whole thing up. But that's what I meant to say. Passover, that's right. We don't want the spirit of death to come to our door. But if you pacifying stuff, well, as long as it ain't me, that ain't how this thing works. That ain't how it works. It'll be right there at your door. You have to draw a line. Drawing a line builds a hedge of protection, spiritual protection around you. You ladies have to get spiritual now. You have to become real spiritual now. You have to talk. You have to speak the word unto yourself. You have to speak what you want to exist onto yourself. Whether you call it prayer, meditation, a spell, it doesn't matter. Whatever you need to call it. But you need to put the word on you. You need to put the word on you. That's magic. That's magic. The devil does it. The devil casts spells. The devil puts the word out. The devil is covered in his own word every day, all day. Ritualized. And what he and his followers, his flock does. Everything is a ritual. And you want to set it and forget. You want to, I'll pray today and then I'll catch up next month. Well, I did it 5 days. Do I have to do it 6 days, 7 days too? And the devil's up while you're sleeping, ritualizing his intent. Is the devil lazy? Is the devil doubtful? Does the devil have low self-esteem? Nope. But you do, and you claim to be a good person. But you're lazy. You're lazy with your prayer work. You're lazy with your intent. You're not sure if you deserve what it is you want. You have low self-esteem, but you're a child of God? How, Sway? How? Something to think about. Things to think about. If you want something, you have to intend to get it. And society it has in place scramblers, I call it, like interfering with your frequency, causing you to doubt what you declare. It could be on a billboard that you see driving to work in the morning. It could be something said on the radio. As you go about your day, you listen to the radio, you hear something that causes you to doubt yourself. You see something that causes you to doubt yourself. You're talking to someone you care about and they cause you to doubt yourself. It could be a lover, someone you like, someone you really care about, someone you trust that betrays you. And this room, the opportunity for doubt, for poking holes in your conviction is everywhere. Everywhere. So you have to stay with your mouth on you. You have to put your mouth on you. Before you go on a date, this weekend, you gotta look in the mirror and talk to yourself. You gotta really say, okay, what are we gonna do here? What am I gonna do and what I'm not gonna do here? You have to work that out in the mirror, in your reflection. You have to work that out by talking to yourself. Before you engage with anybody else, what's the outcome that I'm looking for? What am I not going to stand for? What am I not compromising with? What's not going to happen tonight? We don't go with the flow. Ugly girls don't go with no flow. We plan. We plan. We have to talk to ourselves. We have to constantly put prayer over ourselves. Cover ourselves with our word and our intent. We have to cover ourselves with it. And there's going to be times where it's inconvenient. It's going to be times where people call you unreasonable. They're going to say, this thing that you're doing makes you unattractive. They're going to say stuff like that. And all you have to do is go back to, okay, if I do this, is this going to be in line with the outcome that I want? Am I getting closer to the goal? Is this person going to be able to provide that for me? You can't be afraid of the truth. You can't be afraid of the truth. You can't. No go with the flows, please, y'all. Don't do it. Don't listen to these new age huzzies. Don't listen to these new age harlot sperm catching hoes out here selling their painted rocks and dreams to you. Do not do it. Your world and how it'll show up for you and how successful you are is wrapped up in your convictions and the things that you fucking say no to. The things that you are uncompromising about. Not what you give into. It's what you walk away from that you feel like, oh man, let me just just 1 minute, and you still walk away from it knowing that it's wrong. That's what strengthens you. That's what strengthens you. Virtue, as I've said before, is not in not being able to do anything wrong. It's having the ability to do something wrong, but you don't do it. That's virtue. That's virtue. So if you want to claim virtue, virtue comes from walking away. When the devil goes, I'll give you all this land if you just bow to me. You can be the president of all these nations. All you have to do is bow to me. What did Jesus say? Get thee hence. Isn't that what Jesus said? Get thee hence. If Jesus was tested, you will be too. We're tested every time we walk outside the door. Your morals are tested every time you walk outside your door. The devil goes, you ain't got to do that. Don't waste your time doing that. You ain't got to do that. And if you're a black woman, you're the heel that the devil bruised. You're the heel that the devil bruised. The moment you came out the womb, the devil touched you. You have to be ever mindful. We are special. I think that's why we're so suppressed more than any other kind of woman. Because our potential to be as special as we could potentially be is there. And these devils and these demons know it. So the goal is to make you doubt that you are special. That's the goal of the devil. To make you doubt your worth. And the moment you doubt your worth, you doubt your power. You doubt your significance. You start asking, what's the purpose of my life? Why was I even born? Was I just born to suffer? That's what we ask ourselves, right? I must have just been born to suffer because no one loves me. Everybody seems to hate me. Everybody wants to hurt me. You are not like every other woman. You're not like every other woman. And you have to accept that. That's both a blessing, I guess, and a curse. But you have to accept that you're different. You're different. We are the healers. We are the matriarch, the healers, the priestesses. We are the glue that holds the planet together, I feel. And when you step away from the trickery of vanity, when you step away from that, you will expand exponentially. Your mentality, your ability to see things, your ability to do things, everything is going to heighten for you. Everything. The reason why you feel trapped is because you're trapped in the paradigm of beauty. You're trapped in the paradigm of beauty. Beauty is a cage. Beauty is a prison. Beauty creates caste systems and hierarchy. It creates worth and no worth. It has everything to do with economics. Beauty is economically driven. When you step away from that, you start to see everything and everybody for who they really are, especially other women. The same women that berate you right now. The same women who have talk about you behind your back and have betrayed your friendship and your trust. You'll be able to see because your vanity blinded you. There were signs there that you couldn't see or you saw, but you didn't feel good enough about yourself to even protest. You didn't feel good enough about yourself to even protest. You knew something wasn't right, but you felt stupid. You felt like, oh, I'm just gonna look stupid if I say something. If I call her out, I'm just gonna look like a fool. So you allow people to use you. This is what happens to ugly girls. It's not that we don't know. We allow people to use us because we feel we have no self-worth. Vanity does that. Vanity does that. When I look at indigenous tribes in Africa, and I look at the young ladies, going through rites of passage and the different things that they do, I don't see low self-esteem there. And when I observe them, I look at faces, as we judge faces, we learn to judge faces over here. And based on what we call beauty, I can say, well, that one's prettier than that one. Or that one's really gorgeous. So that one's the best looking out of the whole bunch. But you don't see that differentiation between them. Nobody's walking around bowing down to what I assumed is the prettiest girl in the bunch. That's a social construct that's going on here due to this society and how the devil is woven the evils of our world. When I look at those girls, every girl is smiling, no matter what the fuck she looks like. But over here, oh, you're cute and you're not. So I'll be friends with you and I'll dog you out. This is what we do here. This is what we do here. Don't waste your life chasing illusions. You can provide them, and you'll need to for people, because people are wired to respond to illusions. But you don't chase them. You don't be a slave to them. You can administer the illusion. You can manufacture it, whatever you want to call it, but don't be a slave to it. Don't be a slave to it. Your body's a temple. Your body is a temple. It's the only vehicle you got. It's the only one that you have. What is it worth? What is it worth? Is it worth what he or him or they want to offer you? Is that what it's worth? If it's all you got, the $50 that he put on your nightstand, that's it? That's it? If this is all you got, you can't go to Kroger's and get another skin, another heart, another vagina. You can't go nowhere and buy nothing that you already have. That's it. Because that's what you are. The most precious thing you have is you. Is you. What else is there? What is more important than you? I know you give love to people, you love your children, you love your mom and all that kind of stuff. I get it. But what really is more important than you? How can you show love to anybody else here if you don't feel good about yourself? If you're depressed and suicidal and all these things that the devil is making you feel. Establish that the most important person in your world is you. It is you. Everything else comes second. I don't care what they tell you. I don't care what they tell you. Put the word on yourself. Pray when you get off this live. Pray for what you expect. Be thankful for what you have and pray for what you expect to happen to you. That's what you repeat every day. Every day. Morning and evening. Morning and evening. That's what you do. So, I'm going to get off this live. I got to go to the bathroom and my phone is about to die, all kind of stuff. So I got to go. I'm off my soapbox now. We had a sermon today. That's just how it went down, I guess. You needed it, Black Pearl? I needed it too. Sometimes I need me. I understand it. But I appreciate y'all coming on. And for anybody who's new here, please subscribe to the channel. All the links to find me are in the description box. Share, like, comment, all of that to help the channel grow and just to help me spread the word. So, because I answered the questions on your private group. Okay, I'm going to go jump on there and see what's going on. You guys be safe. Get the word. Cover yourself in your word. From this day forward, do not miss a prayer. Don't miss it. Bye.